What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is basically going to be the podcast come to life. If you're loving the inspiration, if you're loving all the tips that I give you, this is really going to be your center for it all. So today I'm opening with how I lost 10 pounds in 30 days. So the biggest thing I can say is when I wanted to lose weight this time around. So this was about 2 years ago. I'll just give you a quick backstory. I know everybody does this, but it's really important. So I had been off track for a long time. I had started, a desk job, and I wasn't eating right, and I wasn't really caring. And at the same time, I just psychologically had a lot of problems when it came to food, when it came to dieting, when it came to nutrition. I really didn't know what was healthy anymore. With all the diets I had been on, it was like really, really hard for me. So the first thing that I did is I was like, okay, we need to stop. We need to just take a pause, take a moment, and really think about what we want to accomplish. So obviously you want to be in skinny jeans. Obviously you want to lose weight. That's a big reason why we do anything, right? We want to wear those skinny jeans. Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels, or however it's said. But it really hit me that I couldn't continue to torture myself. I had been on diets for like 4 years. Every single January, I would be like, oh, this is my year. I'm going to lose 50 pounds. Oh, this is my year. I'm going to lose 50 pounds. And I would lose probably like 10, 11, 12 pounds, which is good. But in my head, I was like, no, it's not good. It's taking too long. It took me like 3 months to lose 11 pounds one year. And I was like devastated. That was on the gluten-free diet. So there's just so many like diets that I've done, and I can completely tell you that I know how you feel. So let's start at square one. If I can honestly save you a step, I will. So let's just get into it. The first thing that I'm going to tell you to do is weigh yourself. A lot of people say, don't weigh yourself, it's a trigger. But this is different. You're weighing in this time because this is the last time that you're going to be weighing in like this. The last time you're doing it. So you really want to remember that it's not about a weight. It's not about a size. It's about a feeling. If you feel like bleep right now, you probably need a health check. If you don't feel good in your skin, it really doesn't matter what size you are. You just need to come back to basics and be like, you know what? I'm going to take some time to reestablish some healthy things so that as long as I do this, I'll feel good. Even if I had a night of drinking, even if I said yes to the brownie cheesecake, even if I had 3 days away from the gym, eating whatever I want, it's not going to affect you. So I just want to throw that out there. It's a completely different mindset. So I just want to get you in this way of like, it's not going to be this fat flush, 3-day egg diet. These are real tips that I still do today. So these are tips that not only will help you take off a significant amount of weight, but you'll keep doing them. So they make you feel good. And that is what it's all about, is feeling good. So of course, you can listen to me on the podcast. I throw down a lot of motivation, inspiration. My blogs are like GIF City. So if you like to laugh, you want to see some inspiration over there, you can go to vocalmedia.com. You can follow me on Instagram, chelsea.swift. And you can also go to my podcast, which is on Apple and Spotify. Chelsea Swift is your spirit animal. So let's just get into it. The first thing I'm going to say is weigh in. Weigh in with your thoughts. Weigh in with your body. There's a lot of weigh in going on. Get on a physical scale and weigh in. And you don't just want to look at your weight. You also want to look at your measurements. You want to look at your body fat. A great scale that I would tell you to get, it's like I think it's the Weight Watchers scale. Great Christmas present, great early birthday gift if you really want to see what's going on. Sorry, my battery's timing out here. But basically, if you want to see what's going on, definitely weigh in on that. It's going to tell you, hey, here's your body fat. Numbers don't lie. Here's your weight. So it's important to do. Weigh in, weigh in, weigh in. And I'm going to actually continue to tell you to keep weighing in. The reason that I personally kept doing this is it kept me on track. Meaning I actually worked out because I would weigh in and visually see that I'm still not where I want to be. Now this isn't like, oh, we're going to weigh in and then over exercise. It was like, I'm weighing in to remind myself of why I'm exercising, because I think when you're trying to get motivated, it's so hard to be like, here we go again. Here's day, 18 of exercise. So I understand that more than anybody. And you definitely want to continue to weigh in. When you're having a rainy, snowy, gloomy, dark day, whether that's outside or in your mind, weigh in. Remind yourself, this is why we're doing this. So the second thing I'm going to say is maintenance calories. A lot of people are going to tell you macros. A lot of people are going to talk about fat. A lot of people are going to talk about, diets. Get your maintenance calories. Everybody's different. So everybody's has, a different amount of weight that they want to lose. Everybody has different ideas of how they want to do that. Some people work out, some people don't. Some people cut things, some people don't. Just get your, I almost swore, but get your maintenance calories. Just get that. And then from there, subtract like 250. If you're not going to exercise, subtract 500. That's going to ensure that you actually lose 2 pounds a week. That's your guarantee. So even if you do nothing else, you're like, you know what, I just cut 500 off the 3,000 I've been eating, because I'm going to get into that in my next step. Take 500 off. It's not a big deal. But if you plan on exercising, you're like, you know what, I could throw down for 20 minutes, or I can throw down for 30 minutes, or I'll do an hour every day. Decide what you will actually stick to and what you're actually going to be doing, because that is the biggest thing, is like, will you actually do it? Not your imaginary, I'm going to go work out with Danny Amendola and like, we're going to do the ropes together. Like, that's not going to happen. What are you really doing? So think about that in your mind as you establish this. The second thing I'm going to say is, once you have weighed in, you know your measurements, you know your body fat, you know your maintenance calories, a lot of people are going to tell you to eat 1,200. You can be at like 3,000 calories right now, and it doesn't mean that you necessarily need to cut that down to 1,200 calories. Sometimes people think cutting fat, cutting weight is cutting calories. You have to be at a deficit. And the thing is, if you're going to be working out, you need to be fueling your body so you can actually make your calories work for you. A lot of people don't tell you this, and that's why I said get your maintenance calories, because we know what you need to be at to maintain your current weight, and we know you don't need to take off a ton of calories in order to lose weight. I wish somebody spared this. Like, for me, for years, I thought, okay, you know what? I have to take off all this weight. I'm going to go down to 1,200 calories. It's just not the case. So don't get upset with that. If you're at 3,000 calories, literally subtract 250. That's guaranteed a pound a week. Guaranteed. You do nothing else. You Netflix and chill, and you just remove a couple snacks, and it's a pound a week. And then if you add some exercise, or you take off a few more like calories here and there, it's a guaranteed 2 pounds a week. So I just want to throw that out there. The next thing I'm going to say is a bare minimum. You need a bare minimum. Okay, so there are 2 things that I established. The first thing is that I'm terrible at exercise. Was like the first thing. I'm like, I'm terrible at this. I don't like it. It's not my fave. So I had to establish a bare minimum, which just meant, okay, we know you're not going to do it because we know you're lying. So what will you do? So my whole thing was like, I'm going to do 45 minutes to 60 minutes on the elliptical. I actually got an elliptical for Christmas that year, and I would highly suggest that. I asked for one in a non-sly way. I basically like emailed him a link one day, and I was like, what? It's crazy. And he was like, just so happens to be around Christmas. But anyways, I was like, what? No, I didn't even, why? Are you thinking of getting one? So anyways, would not knock that at all. Actually, a lot of people have a treadmill or an elliptical in their house. If you're somewhere where like you can't get outside and work out all the time, or you're not going to get to the gym, I would highly suggest it. The second thing I'm going to say is I had to establish a bare minimum. This just meant this is what I will absolutely commit to, even on a rainy, sleepy, tired, whatever type of day. So for me, it was 20 minutes on the elliptical. I absolutely would do it every single day for 30 days. And I would encourage you to do the same. If it's just 50 squats, if it's just 10 push-ups, if it's just whatever it is, pick one thing, but it has to be every day. I'm talking something bad happened, you're crying, you're upset, you're gonna cry and go do your squats. You're gonna cry and go do your elliptical. Like, this is the level that I'm talking about. You absolutely have to commit to it every single day, but it's just gonna be one thing. Don't make it dramatic. The second thing I'm gonna say is definitely increase cardio. The first thing to taking off weight in the very beginning, you definitely want to bump up on cardio. You don't know enough about weights. You don't know enough about body composition. Like, if you're beginning, like, this is true, or you haven't worked out in a while, or you've been doing something and like now your nutrition levels are weird because people convinced you that like keto is good for your body. Like, it can get all over the place. The thing is, balanced always works. You want to eat lighter, smaller meals, but you want to use food as fuel all the time. So you always want to apply it. If you fucked up and you ate pizza, there it is, I swore. If you messed up and you ate pizza, just let that be lunch and move on. Oh, you ate it for breakfast? Great breakfast, move on. A lot of people don't do that. They'll eat something, feel guilty. Health is about a feeling. Stop feeling bad for eating. It's so dumb. That's what's gonna create nice hair, nice skin, nice nails. Like, that's what actually creates your body and builds your cells and your immune system, is the food that you put in your body. And it doesn't need to be lemon juice, celery juice. Even though that's really good for you, you want to make sure you're getting like satiated from your food. You're satisfied from the nutrients you put in your body. You have enough carbs to sustain energy. So the next thing I'm going to say is map out a personal plan. So the biggest thing that I did is I Googled a bunch of meal plans. There's so many great ones out there. And I just tried to go lighter. Like, I basically was like, okay, I know how I like to eat, and I know, and I'm going to get into that in a second to really help you. But I was like, I know how I like to eat, and I know what I should eat. And then I did like a balance. So I just started eating lighter. I didn't change much. It was just like I was more conscious. And what I did for about, and I would really suggest this, a lot of people do Fitness Pal, they log every little calorie. That's not what I did. I kept a physical journal, like the one you see here, an actual physical journal, and I wrote down, okay, this is real life too, this is what I did. I wrote down, okay, I brought baby carrots to lunch, absolutely hated them. Wrote that down. Forgot hummus, today sucks. I would write that down. So the reason this is important is you're rewiring your brain to actually remember what you naturally like. So now when you go to the store, you're not bombarded by like the dancing Oreo or anything like that. You're just like, fuck you, I'm getting an avocado. And then you walk over to what you actually like. And this helps because after 6 months of being on a diet and you look great and everyone's like, you're great, you're glowing, you're radiant, but you're starving, and you start to dip back into those like foods that don't serve you, that's usually when you're like, shit, and you have to do like a restart with nutrition. So this will save you a lot of time between doing a diet, a skinny diet that's never gonna last, and eventually overeating or doing the undereat, overeat thing. And it's gonna honestly save you so much time. So what I would really say is think about what you really like, make that meal plan for yourself, and then as you continue to, go through it or whatever, write down every day what you genuinely felt like, what you genuinely enjoyed. Those are the only meals you should be eating in week 2 or the next day. This will ensure your success. This is the only reason I genuinely took off 10 pounds in 30 days is I really reviewed this every day. I was like, this is what I did for a workout. This is what I did for food. So it is partially, probably don't want to hear this, but it's a partial obsession. So I basically told myself, this is your hobby for the next 30 days. Any hobby you think you have right now, throw it away. You're not painting, you're not writing, you're not podcasting. I wasn't podcasting at the time, but I was like, you're not doing any of that. You're just going to focus on this. So make it genuinely part of your lifestyle in the sense that like You get up and you look forward to it. Another big tip here, which is my next one, is split workouts. So you have a bare minimum, or you're like, you know what? I know I need to do 40 minutes of cardio, but it's just so hard to get back into it. Just split it up. Do 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes when you get home from work. This will save you so much time. I can't even count how many times I did this, or I would just do a quick 20 minutes of cardio in the morning, and then in the afternoon I would do, you know, some weights, or I'd hit the gym, do some weights and like maybe another machine. Splitting it up really, really helped me mentally, because I can't just stay on a machine. As somebody that used to be a cardio bunny, like I used to be a cardio bunny, smoke cigarettes, party, 118 pounds, and I've also been all the way up to 189 pounds at 5'4", you know, just enjoying Christmas, like putting like cookie sugar rims on martinis. It's fine. I was already overweight. I was like, I don't even care. So you just start like doing the caramel drizzle like in the cup. It's fine. Next thing I'm going to tell you is apple cider vinegar. I still do it. I don't get sick ever. And people get annoyed with that. They're like, why do you have a lot of energy? Why are you so vibrant? Like, why are you not sick? And one of the biggest things that I started doing, is I bought Bragg's, has to be Bragg's, apple cider vinegar. I wish I brought it up here for this video, but it has to be Bragg's apple cider vinegar. You're basically going to take that and mix it with just water, like a big glass, so like 12 to 15 ounces. The reason I say it like that, a lot of times people will say, put ginger in it, put lemon in it. You can put whatever you want in it, but all that matters is that you actually have a good amount of water being mixed in if you're gonna do it every day, because it's supposed to flow through your system. It's supposed to be like for your digestive system, for your metabolism. It'll kick it right up. A lot of people do like 2 shots before meals. Mix it with water. It hasn't been confirmed, but I'm just gonna say that that's probably not good for your mouth, acidic wise. Mix it with water, you know, dilute it a little bit. Absolutely credit that to fixing my gut bacteria and my digestive system. So the next thing I'm gonna say is probiotics. Once I started taking apple cider vinegar, that's when I started doing more research on pH balance, you know, your overall acidic levels in your body. So you can do some research on that. That's like a topic for another day. So basically right now, if you are not feeling good in your body, a lot of that has to do with your actual gut bacteria. So like what you actually eat every day contributes to the flora, you know, basically your ecosystem. So you have good gut bacteria, you have bad gut bacteria, and it's all relevant. And if it's in this nice like flowing ecosystem, it's not going to matter if you eat a chocolate cake. It's just going to process right through. But when it's out of balance, that's when you have illness in the body. You know, different cells, organs, whatever, are not being like hydrated, and now your body is busy working on other things to try to reduce inflammation, toxins, different stuff like that. So your gut bacteria starts to like get out of balance because it's not being hydrated or, you know, maintained properly. It's not getting like the love it needs. So when your system's out of balance, you're not going to process food correctly, and it just leads to overall just more sugar cravings. So you're going to be craving food a lot more. So right now, if your problem is food, you need to correct your actual gut bacteria. The 2 main ways that I did that, and what I still do, is probiotic and apple cider vinegar every single morning before I do anything. I still have a coffee, I still have other stuff throughout the day, but it's the first thing that I do every single morning. It absolutely will help calm your system and reduce cravings. Like, this is gonna reduce cravings. You don't have to buy diet pills. You don't have to buy all this weird shit that's not good for your body, that will mess up your bacteria. So yeah, my next thing when it comes to food, ready? Stop lying to yourself. You like pizza, you like buffalo chicken, you like pancakes, you like cupcakes. It's never gonna go away. You're never ever gonna wake up and say, oh, I don't like pizza. Like, even after 2 years, I still have pizza. I still incorporate it into my food. The reason I do that is you can't live without pizza. So I'm just going to tell you right now, I mean, you could, but why would you want to? So the main thing is smart cheats. So you want to be a smart cheater, puts glasses on, listen up. The biggest thing that you need to do, honestly, decide what you genuinely are constantly going in the pantry for. Decide what you keep eating that's really sabotaging your diet. Pizza, mac and cheese, chicken tenders, all these things that you're eating every day not only take up a lot of calories and fat and whatever, but they also contribute to your gut bacteria. So it's not that you can't have them, it's just that you're eating too much of it. And what happens is your body, just like alcohol tolerance, like you drink enough alcohol, suddenly it's like you need like 12 drinks. You know what I mean? If you don't drink alcohol in a while, you have like one drink and you're like, woo, and everyone's like, are you okay? And you're like, oh, I just haven't drank in like 12 days. So the thing is, when you're talking about food, it's the same thing. When your body builds up tolerance, you can smash a whole pizza by yourself. But when you haven't had it in a while, 2 big pizzas, slices might fill you up and you're like, whoa, I can't even believe I had 2. Like, that's so filling. So the thing is, cheat smart. You're like, why are you telling me this? Because you're going to have it. So in those moments of desperation, what are you going to eat instead? A great tip that I'm going to give you right now, pizza, ready? Pita pizza. So take a pita bread, some fat-free marinara sauce, and get some, lower calorie cheese, or some, if you're a vegan, get some Go Veggie cheese. Just do that, put it in the oven, 425 for about 7 to 8 minutes. When it comes out, you can do barbecue sauce on it. You can do a little buffalo sauce. This literally just cut your calories by like thousands. I'm not kidding. All that pizza you keep eating, that is really what's killing you. It's not the actual pizza. It's the actual, like, how many calories, oil, cheese. It's a lot. It's so much, and you don't even realize it. So break it down. Have a pita pizza on deck. I ate those like every day for like 8 months because that's how long it took me to break this bad habit. So it's a habit. It's got to be broken. It's not going to be overnight. My primary tip to you is don't lie to yourself. If you lie to yourself, you will fail. If you are truthful with yourself, you're actually beginning with 2 feet instead of just like one and one hand in your pocket, and you're like lying to yourself while you're like eating pizza. Like, don't do that to yourself. Just honestly be smart about it. You like chocolate, switch out your chocolate. Do you like ice cream? You're eating it every night. Try a Halo Top. I know everyone's like, it's not the same. It's a great substitute. You can get used to it. Have a scoop. Like, how bad do you want it? You know what I'm saying? These are ways to actually be able to eat and lose weight. I mean, everybody's asking for that. Everybody's like, how do I eat and lose weight? This is how you do it. You have to be honest with yourself. What is the bad foods that you're eating every day? How do I fix it? Come up with a smart cheat. So replace it with something. Even Caesar salad gets a bad rep. I have it almost every day, but I have like a yogurt dressing. I do a little bit of lemon juice. So the thing is, you can, over time, trick yourself and come up with like sneaky ways to have what you want without sabotaging your goals. And so you're still eating, you're still satisfied, you didn't deprive yourself, but now you're on track to losing weight. So I think the last thing that I would say when it comes to progress is check in every day. If people are like, oh my God, you're obsessed, let them be like that. The second thing I'm going to say, well, the last thing, I guess the 10th thing I would say, definitely try on your bathing suit, your smaller clothes. In January, we're always, sweatpants is like life. So the main thing that I would say is definitely try on your bathing suit, try on your shorts, your smaller clothes. It will motivate you to work out on the days that you don't feel like working out. Have a fashion show. Pull out some of your smaller items that you wish you could wear, the cute little turtleneck or the skirt or whatever, and just start trying those on, because that's what I did. And I'm telling you, 2 years ago, I wasn't fitting in any of that. I really wasn't. It was an issue. And I still tried it on, and I still would like get inspired by it because I knew eventually I would get there. Eventually it would fit. So that's what I have for you. I didn't want to make this video long, but again, my name is Chelsea Swift, and you can check me out on Spotify and on Apple for your new favorite podcast. It's Chelsea Swift is your spirit animal. And then, of course, you can follow me on Instagram, chelsea.swift, or you can follow me on Chelsea Swift blog. And then on both of those accounts, I have my blog linked. So I know a lot of people don't read blogs anymore, but like mine's the best. So I'm just saying. And yeah, the next video I'm gonna do is basically exactly what I did to lose 50 pounds. And I'm gonna go kind of like month by month. And I think the next couple of videos that I do is gonna be like health, weight loss focused, but I definitely wanna branch into like more of like the self-care, beauty type of thing. So we're just gonna have a lot of chats on here, guys. And hopefully you enjoyed my first video. Thank you for watching.